What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Manchester United career mode. Episode 5. To think we're here, I'm quite surprised. But anyway, let's get into what this episode will entail. You can see the matches on the board. We've got Burnley, Newcastle and Wolves. And when it finally flips over, you will also see that we have our second leg against CSKA Moscow. And we'll end the episode at Leicester City. I'm looking forward to this episode. It should be a good episode, I feel. One thing of note to mention that before we get into it, and I forget due to the injuries that we have sustained so far, we will be recalling James Garner from his loan spell at, I want to say Watford. I don't think he was at Watford. I think he was at Watford the first half of the season, then Nottingham Forest. So probably Nottingham Forest. But yeah, we've had to bring James Garner back in, just for the simple fact that obviously we've taken the injuries to the midfield and don't have too many midfielders left. Burnley lineup, some new signs there. Right back's name that I'm not going to try to say. There's Jiku and Dusan Vlahovic from Fiorentina. Interesting choice. Also, Burnley no mugs at all. Been Premier League team for a few years now under Sean Dyche. We do take the early, good volley from Daniel James, who's really come into his own on this side. I like Daniel James. I think he's still got potential to be great. Just needs to start showing it a bit more. As a few minutes later, who else but Bruno Fernandes? He's got to get in the goals. 11th goal in the Premier League this season. That's just in the Premier League. So definitely he's definitely targeting the Premier League all-time record, which I believe we've seen was 32 in the last episode against Spurs that came up. That's not bad as Cavani quickly makes it 3-0 and game over. I'm expecting a tough tie against Burnley. When you see when teams go to tough more, they get tough ties. But we were 3-0 up and quite breezing quite away quite nicely, to be honest. That didn't stop Jack Cork getting a annoying tap in. I feel All Black could have done better there, but you know what, 3-1 shouldn't really change anything too much. However, Manchester United are known for two things: scoring goals and conceding. 3-2 before half time. We were 3-0 up. What's happened here? Utter capitulation. However, after a few changes, there's Garner in the middle of the field. We do finally manage to get that. We do finally manage to get a goal to hopefully see us through. Cavani was his second goal of the night. 9th goal in the Premier League. I think it's a good idea keeping Cavani. Obviously getting older, overall's going down. This probably will be his last season. It'll be interesting to see how many goals he can get this season, and that'll decide, do we keep him for a second season when we know he's just got to decline? Will he retire at the end of the season? We don't know. We'll be able to sell him next season and make a nice hefty profit as Burnley get a third goal. We've really struggled to defend against Burnley, and Josh Brownhill getting the goal there. Also, it was starting to get really worrying that this was going to be oh no, we got to chuck it. Thankfully we didn't, as the boy we did bring back from his loan, James Garner, lovely strike into the top corner to seal a 5-3 victory. And sometimes that's what you need. Sometimes you should be winning 5-3. I mean, it's a great game for the neutrals. Maybe not for any of the fans. As we go into the Carabao Cup tie against Newcastle, I played not a fully rotated team. We gave the youngster Moreno, who we brought for our youth academy, a chance, as Bruno Fernandes missed an absolute sitter of a chance. But Moreno was 67 rated and it absolutely was destroying that wing. In fairness, I think it was John Joe Kenny, the former Everton player. So maybe he should be getting it. And this is slight of luck here to get a goal for Declan Rice to make it 1-0 Manchester United. I don't think that pass by Bruno was meant to go back to him. I think that was meant to be a shot, but 5 minutes to go and our world fell apart. John Joe Shelby scoring a chip shot I think nothing against John Joe Shelby. I've just never rated him as a football player, whether it be at Liverpool, Blackpool, Swansea, or Newcastle. He's just how I think is this man's got England caps, doesn't he? How Newcastle do nearly manage to win it. However, Julian is flagged offside, and the ball was put in the back of the net. I mean, we nearly capitulated in our entirety there. And the match does fall to penalties. Henderson with one big save. Danny Ings feeling a wee bit nervous there. Can he line up his penalty? Smashed in off the post though for a 1-0. Dwight Gale. No, Dean Henderson's like, not today. Manchester United conceded enough goals in penalty shootouts. It's not happening in this one. Facundo Pellistri, I really want to see this kid come good. I expect to go out on loan again next season. I think we should just keep him. And then Henderson, 3 saves in a row to set it up to Donny van de Beek to score the winner. Donny's another one I feel that wasn't given really a chance this season. I think I was really excited when we brought in Donny, because for me the ideal midfield was Bruno up top. In fact, I'll get to that in a second. As you can see here, I'll just change the game settings, bring that first touch control error for the CPU back down to 50. Sometimes I felt like it was giving me too much advantage, like the 5-3 game against Burnley. And as you can see, the only thing that's really changed now is the injuries and their goalkeeper's ability to be up at 55. Back to the Manchester United midfield though. When we signed Donny, my mindset was Pogba, like the formation I played, the 4-2-3-1. Bruno up front with Pogba and Donny in behind. The problem is they all want to attack as Odsonne-Edouard fires Wolves ahead. The problem is they all want to attack the ball, and I get that, everybody wants to attack the ball, but I'd love to see Donny just stick back, play that Scott McTominay role. I love Scott McTominay, of course, I'm Scottish, why would I not love Scott McTominay? But I feel I don't want to see Van de Beek leave unless we sign Ruben Neves for Wolves or something. I'd always say we can get rid of him. And then steps up for the penalty, and that's 4 penalty saves in a row for Manchester United. Sadly though, you see a player goes down injured, and we have another player injured as well on that screen. So James goes down, Rice is out as well, and just injuries starting to really pile up now. However, those injuries piling up in the stoppage game did have a quite an ironic. Let us have the ball and just let us literally break through goals for the first time in the whole game. Eventually, Garner slips the ball to Cavani and he just does what he does best. 10th goal of the season. But yeah, so the Manchester United team, I don't want to see Donny go, but I think because he could be a good player. But I think it's just the system that doesn't suit him. I really it's sadly should have. As Odsonne-Edouard somehow onside there makes it 2-1. How are we all enjoying the Euros? I'm kidding. Talk about the Euros in another episode. There's Monday when I'm recording this episode, so Scotland have got their crunch tie against Croatia tomorrow. I won't be able to see it. I'll be working, which is really annoying. Obviously, by the time this goes live, this is what, episode 5. One should go up today. So this Friday episode. So it'll be Friday by the time this goes up. As Danny Ings gets us a 1-0. I can't remember. I was talking, I didn't see who scored the second goal. Who scored the second goal? Bruno Fernandes. Of course it was Bruno Fernandes. But yeah, so we've got the crunch tie against Croatia tomorrow. England, obviously. I want to know, I think I said it in another episode. Or did I? I can't actually remember. I've said to so many folk, as we see Daniel James took a 2-month injury for a dislocated shoulder. And just below that, you'll see that Declan Rice is out for 3 months with a broken toe. can't remember if I mentioned it, but I wonder, does anybody think that England, Czech Republic, do you think England will go out and not play fully? Also, like, I'm recording this the day before the games. The games are on Tuesday, this is the Monday. Um, I'm asking that question, like, it's got to have happened anyway, and folk like, yeah, I thought this. But generally, like, I generally believe that England will play for a draw against Czech Republic to avoid the group of death in the last 16. Which I wouldn't blame them. I'd do the exact same thing. I'm just hoping Scotland can get third. So, like, I can't really say much in that regard. Like, we need a win to at least get third, which is annoying. However, I'm not gonna like. I think if we get third, we play second in Group E, which is Spain's group. And I hadn't really looked at Spain's group. I had no idea that Sweden were top and Slovakia were second, and Spain and Poland were just absolutely floundering. I think Spain play Slovakia and Poland play Sweden, I'm guessing, in the last games for that group. Yeah, so I still expect Spain to go through. I expect them to beat Slovakia as we come into this tie against the CSKA Moscow. They want a quick penalty early on. We'll see VAR in full swing here. Um, so again, obviously, like Spain's like that's Wednesday. It'd be amazing to see Spain go out. And I think if Spain goes out, that'd be good things for England because if Spain top their group and then win their last 16, they would get England in the last 16 if England won their group. So what I'm saying is, if England don't win their group, in fact, no, that's wrong. There we go. We score the penalty and take the. I got totally sidetracked talking about Euros. Then also we take the 1-0 lead, and then very quickly Bruno Fernandes again, great first touch to get away, and makes it 2-0 in the 16th minute, and should pretty much make it game over. Um, I just realised I was saying like if Scotland get third, we can get second from Poland's group, but that's not actually the case. If we came second, we'd have got second from uh, Poland's group. So if we get third, oh crap. Okay, so if we get third, we get first from Spain's group as we make it 4-1 with a lovely goal there. I missed the 3-1 goal. Oh crap, so if we get third, we get Spain. I utterly completely forgot about that. So probably Sweden then, because Spain will probably top the group. Because Sweden will top the group, Spain will get second at this rate, looking at the points, as CSK get a goal back to really make our lives miserable. Um, wow. Suddenly I don't want third in the group. Second was literally the spot we wanted. Um, well, if we get Sweden, then like we maybe can beat Sweden, but Sweden have been really good this so far. As CSK really having this fight back to make it 4-3. We're coming to the end of the video. I think we'll just focus on the actual video. So as you can see, after 4 games, we're top of the group, 8 points. Bayern and PSV are still really chasing us. That was a vital win. We won 4-3, and Bayern Munich won 4-3. So good games for this group. Nothing was going MD's way. Again, good games for the neutrals. As we come to the end of the video against Leicester, 5-2-1-2, one of my favourite formations this year in FIFA. But I couldn't see Manchester United playing it, so not too much of any new players there. I think it's only Closter, and I can see that they're saying, oh, I think James Tompkins as well. So change to the back line, and Leicester started this game like a house on fire. Just, I don't think we'd touched the ball yet, and Maddison had rifled it into the top corner. It's like, what can you do there? Nothing, absolutely nothing. How James Maddison's not in the England squad, I'll never know. Maybe he's injured, I actually don't really know at this point. So I plays that ball to Nacho and shooting 2-0. The handball rule I play for a bit of realism came right good there and stopped that build up. And just before half time, poor defending and Maddison rifles it into the back of the net once again, and once again the linesman's flag saves us. Now, I didn't think this was offside. Did anybody else see that as offside? I didn't see that as offside. I think it's Sowa. If he doesn't touch it and leaves it for Maddison, it's 2-0 and probably game over. And as a common theme, we're just after the 70th minute. James Garner, who's came in, absolutely brilliant, finds Danny Ings, one each. We'll always score after that 70th minute. If we're not scoring, we'll get it at the 70th minute. But the game does finish one each. We probably stole a point there, but it does keep us undefeated in the season. Point clear of Liverpool, 8 points clear of Chelsea, so it looks like after a third of the season that it's a two-horse race between us and Liverpool. And everybody else is really fighting it out for the last of the Champions League spots, which, does it make the league boring at that point? Two-horse race after 12 games? Like, probably, like, you want to see more teams in it, and it's just a bit... Obviously, us running 10 wins for 12, but so have Liverpool, like, you can't exactly say anything else. Burnley had a top 10 spot, we played them today. Who else did we play? Leicester, don't see that. And Wolves are 8th, so with some teams top 10 that we've managed to beat. Leicester are 11th, so 8th, 9th and 11th. We've had games, we didn't actually beat Leicester, so we drew with Leicester. Fulham, Leeds, Newcastle, Aston Villa really far down. Southampton down in 17th. Bournemouth still bottom of the league. I mean, it'll get interesting as the league continues, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.